We have already discussed linear block codes, we have discussed the cyclic codes, we have discussed now we are going to discuss the convolutional codes. It's a 7 hours syllabus, a convolution encoder, time domain approach, transfer domain approach, code tree, trellis and state diagram, and Viterbi algorithm we are going to discuss in this particular chapter. And many of my students have done a lot of papers on this particular topic. Convolution coding, decoding, especially a Viterbi decoder. A lot of papers have been done by me and my students, and if you Google it, you'll get a lot of papers, convolution codes, Viterbi and Viractmer. Just I typed in the Google, and I could be able to see papers published by many of my students with me. And also our papers are referred by many other authors in different journals and different conferences. These are the samples just I got when I googled my name with convolutional codes and a Viterbi decoder. Now coming back to the syllabus, let us start a convolution encoder and decoder. We have discussed the n, k block codes. Hope all of you are remembering. What is the n equal to? In case of block codes, n, k. What the n represents and what the k represents? Can you recall and say n is a what and k is a what? In n, k block codes. You can type your answer in the chat box. N means what? K represents what in case of n, k block codes. Just type your answer in the chat box. N is what? K. Even though it's wrong, no problem. Try to type it. We have discussed many problems on n, k block codes. N and k represents? Preeti, thank you. Simran, n is a code word length, thank you. And k is a what? Nivedita is typing code word length, correct. K is what? N and k we have discussed. K, Preeti is telling a number of bits or a message bits. Okay. And n is a code word. K is a number of data bits or message bits, you can say. And the majority are typing now. Sripath, Nivedita, and Suhasini, all are typing the meaning of a n on k. We already spent a lot of time for that. Hope all of you can recall. N means what? A k represents what? A block codes n, k, n digits generated by encoder depends only on block of k input message digits at that time. Please read it twice. N digits generated by the encoder depends only on the block of k input message digits at that time. Hence we call this as there is no memory. Convolutional codes n, k, m, n digits generated by encoder not only depends on the block of k input message digits at that time, but also on a preceding m-1 block of message digits. In brief, you can say convolutional codes are having the memory, whereas block codes are not having any memory. Take a minute and try to copy down the difference, basic difference between the block codes and the convolutional codes. What you can note down? Block codes, they don't have any memory. The present output depends on the present input. In case of convolutional codes, the present output depends on present input, not only present but also the previous input. So I want you people to copy down at least 2 lines so that we can go to the next slide. block codes, output depends on present input, and convolutional codes, output depends on present input but also previous inputs. These are the two lines which you are supposed to remember for the block codes and the convolutional codes. Let me go to the next slide. Convolutional codes map information to the code bits sequentially by convolving a sequence of information bits with a generator sequence. We are going to see this with example. Encoder output depends not only on the inputs at that time unit but also on the sum number of previous inputs. I want you people to either read it twice or thrice, understand. If you want, you have 1 minute, you can copy down. The convolutional codes map information to the code bit sequentially by convolving a sequence of information bits with a generator sequences. Encoder outputs depends not only on the inputs at that time unit but also on the sum of a number of previous inputs. How? That we are going to discuss later. Another 5-10 seconds, I'll go to the next slide. Let me go to the next slide. Just for information, 1955, convolution codes were introduced, and 63, Massey proposed a threshold decoding, and 67, Viterbi has proposed a convolution decoding algorithm, which is also called as a maximum likelihood decoding algorithm. N, K, M convolutional encoder. Remember, instead of only N, K, we used to write now N, K, M. K is the same bits of a block of input, and N is the same bit block of a encoded sequence. One extra is there. What is that? It is a M. M is a constraint length. What is the constraint length? With example, we are going to discuss in detail later. As of now, you have to remember N means total bits, K means data bits, M means memory or constraint length. Generally, N and K are very small compared to your linear block codes. And normally, throughout our syllabus, K will be equal to 1. Means the input what we give at a time is only 1 bit throughout our discussion. But 2, 3 are possible, but it is out of syllabus. But only you have to understand when K equal to 1. For example, if I say 2, 1, 3, meaning is that N equal to 2, K equal to 1, M, the constraint length equal to 3, and rate is given by K by N. We will see what is the rate in the next slide. Now you have 2 minutes to copy down this. Example 2, 1, 3, then N equal to 2, K equal to 1, M equal to 3. Let me go to the next slide. N and K is same. What we have discussed in the linear block code, convolutional code, cyclic codes. In convolutional code also same, N, K. Only one extra is there, that is a M. M is a constraint length. Just remember the word. With example, we are going to discuss what is the constraint length. Another 2-3 seconds, then I will go to the next slide. Convolution encoding, this is a diagram how we do the coding. We have an input and generator polynomials. We have with a constraint length 3. How we say 3? In G1 and G2, G3, whatever is giving, how many bits are there? Based on that I can say the constraint length is 2, 3, 4. And G1 equal to 111, G2 equal to 101. Hey, see here, listen carefully. What the 111, 101 represents, we will see that also. G2 is also number of bits are 3. G3, G4, whatever is given, the total number of bits in each is a constraint length. G1 indicates 111 means there are 3 connection. 1 represents a connection. Again connection, 1 more connection. Therefore 111 is that. For example, G2 equal to 101 means first is connected, second is not connected, third is connected. Sir, if G3 is there, take that also. Take another mod 2 adder. Again do the connection based on 0s and 1 combination. And the inputs I am giving here, and the rate is input is 1 bit. For every 1 bit, I will get a 2 bits output. Hence the rate is 1 by 2. Rate equal to input divided by output bits. 1 bit divided by 2 bits. So this is a rate, and rate may become 1 by 2, 1 by 3. If I have one more G3 equal to that time, instead of 1 by 2, I'll be having 1 by 3. So copy down this, take a 2 minutes, understand, and if you feel any difficulty, you type your question in the chat box. I'll try to explain. So based on the value of G1 and G2, you are supposed to do the connection. Still, if you have a doubt, you can ask. This is given in the problem statement. How to do the connection by observing this G1 and G2 I have explained just now. All connections, 101, first and last connected, 011, second and third is connected. Abhishek. Got it? Okay. Anybody still, if they are having, let them ask the question in the chat box so that I can explain. No doubt, all of you will understand because it's the first time we are drawing something on the convolution coding part. You may feel little difficulty, but when you go for a additional example, many examples, everything will become so easy. Hope all of you have copied. Coded symbols, Nivedita, thank you for asking, but I don't want to explain now. I need another 5-10 minutes to explain this. Thank you for asking that, but this I will explain you later with another slide completely dedicated for this only. Now what you are supposed to understand, for every 1 bit of input, you will get a 2 bit of output. That's all. Okay? Thank you, Nivedita. Anybody else? I have not completed an encoder. Huh? Don't think that I have completed encoder and you are supposed to ask question. No, I have not started only. Okay. These doubts will be there. Sure, no doubt. I can understand. These doubts will be there. And let me go to the next part. Convolution encoder working we'll discuss now. Just now Nivedita has asked how you will get that output, sir. Those we are going to discuss now. So initially all bits are 0, 0. We are assuming these are shift registers basically. and sometimes they will join together. Okay, sometimes they will give a gap and they will put a arrow mark, and if you forget to put an arrow mark, 100% you will get 0 marks, because these bits should be shifted, therefore it is a shift register. Initially I am assuming 0 0 0. Again this I am going to explain once again later. Try to understand now. When I give the 1, so shift register input 1 I am giving. When I give the pulse, this will become 1 0 0, output will become 1 1. Why? First, second, third I am adding using mod to adder. First and last I am adding, therefore I got a 1 1. Next again I am putting a 0. Again shift right. What you will get is a 0 1 0. Output will become 1 0. Next one more shift 0. Therefore these 0 1 will come here. Again mod to adder, 1 1 I will get. Last 1 I will put. So for 1 0 0 1 1 0 0, this is the output I am going to get. Or one more is their input. For 1 I will get 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 1. Understand how to find out and copy it on the diagram. Try to understand this, how you got 1 1 1 0 1 1. Even if you do not understand also, we are going to spend a little more time on this again. If I understand, well and good. No sir, no problem. We are going to discuss how to find out the mod to addition of these 3 bits. That is, the table is there in the next slide. I will wait for a minute. You people can copy down, or you can understand how to find out the output for a given input. And whenever we write a diagram, we write a G1, G2 also, rate also we write down. Constraint length also you have to write down. A few more seconds I will wait, then I will go to the next slide. Diagram is with you, and only zeros and ones you have to understand. You can copy down. At least these combination you copy down in your notes. Let me go to the next slide. In many books they use a different style. For example, in some books they write input M1, M2. In some books they write M1, M2, M3. And in some books they won't write a block here, simply they write input. All are same. In sometimes there is no gap between these two. They won't put an arrow mark, they put a straight. I think there also it is the same. It depends on a book, but try to understand the concept will remain same. Either they draw like this, or they draw like this, or they are joining all the 3. All are same. In some books they refer like this, some books they use like this, some books they use like this. Don't worry, the concept will remain same. Try to understand it. Now those who had a little difficulty to understand in the previous slide, now I am sure they will understand. No doubt input and M1 both are same in our case. We are using the same box for input and M1. We are representing it as M1. So now let us consider this is 0. Previous values of these two are 0 0. What is the V1 and V2? V1 and V2. How to find out? Add all 3 bits using mod to adder. Result is V1, and this side it is a V2. I want you people to type V1, V2 in the chat box. What you will get? 0 0 0. All these 3 are 0. Using mod to adder I am adding all the 3. I am adding first and last. What will the output? Thank you. Prajakta, Devidas, Chaitra, Siddharth, Preeti, Amrita, Saujanya, Charan, Jay Surya, Vijay Lakshmi. Okay. The answer, what all are typing is correct. It will become 0 0. So those who are having doubts in the previous slide, I'm sure they will become comfortable. Now I'm giving a 100. Don't get confused, 4 bits, huh? Both are same, M1 and input. Now can you type what's the V1 and V2? V1, I'm adding all the 3. Thank you. Charan, Shivani, Bharat, Suhasini, Priya, Deviraj, Preeti, Prajakta, Simran, Pragati, Monika, Abhishek, Vishwa, Amrita, Prithviraj, Nivedita. Okay. The answer, what all are typing is correct. Now can you type the answer for the next one? 010 I have. You are supposed to type a V1 and V2 in the chat box. Very good. Everybody is typing a perfect answer. 10. Srijana, Simran, Vinay, and Priya Patil, Abhay, Rahul, Preeti, Devidas, Amrita, Pragati, Abhishek, Vijayalakshmi, Prithviraj, and Hritik Rai. 10. Correct. Now let us take another. I have a 001 now. What is the output? I am going to get V1 and V2. Okay, somebody, okay, all are typing 1. Jannavi, Jayasuriya, Shivani, Pragati, Vinay, Priya Patil, Amrita, Vishwa, and Arjun, Hritik Rai, Rohit, Amrita, Rahul, Nivedita, Shilpa. All are getting 1. The answer is correct. Shasana also got a 1. Oh, today Simon is there. 1 he is getting. Good. Projecta is 1. Now, I take a last one. I have 100. Already done it. 100. What I'll get? 1 I'll get. Bharat, Karthik, Aditya, Charan, Praveen, Pragati, Devidas, Vidya, Adnya, Chitra, Shripad, Vijayalakshmi, Monika, Amrita, H, and Nivedita, Shilpa, Prajakta, Siddharth, Shahazan. Okay. 1 is correct. Hope all of you understood now. For any given input, how to find out the output? This was a question asked by the Nivedita. So I hope it is clear now, Nivedita, how to find out the output for any input I give. These are the inputs what you are given now. These are the outputs what you got. Hope all of you understood. Is it clear, Nivedita? Okay, thank you. Now let me go to the next. I'll wait for a few seconds. You can copy down if you want. 1 minute I'll give maximum. Those who are feeling still doubts, difficulty to understand, they can copy down, they can go through. Another few seconds. Let me go to the next slide now. Okay. It's a one standard question you will find in most of the question papers and even in the Viva also. This is a standard question. What is the difference between the block codes and convolutional codes? These are some differences you can remember, you can understand. Encoder output depends only on a present message bits. We have discussed the block codes are not having a memory. Whereas a convolutional codes depends on present input, but not only present but also on the previous inputs. How many, sir? It depends on the constant length that we will discuss, and you have seen M1, M2. If I have M1, M2, M3, M4, memory is more. If I have only M1, M2, memory is less. So basic difference is it depends on only the present input. It depends on present as well as previous inputs. Best suited for error detection, block codes, and convolutional codes are best suited for error correction. And the block codes, encoder and decoder are complex, and encoder and decoder are simple and not expensive. They usually correct the random errors, block codes, and convolutional codes can correct random as well as burst errors. Random means here and there a bit has changed from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. Burst error means consecutive bits have become 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. We call that as a burst. A burst of bits or a burst errors means the consecutive bits have become 0 to 1, 1 to 0. There is an error in continuous bits. Random bits means here and there some bits have changed from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. Decoding delay is more in case of block code. Decoding delay is very less in case of convolutional code. Synchronization is not easy in case of block code, but synchronization is not a major problem in case of convolutional code. The last one is important, try to understand. It is very easier to analyze block codes, but these are little difficult to analyze the convolutional code, because you will understand how difficult it is to decode the convolutional code compared to the block codes. Take 2 minutes and copy down the difference or a comparison between the block codes and convolutional codes. Block codes versus convolutional codes. Analysis is a little difficult in case of convolutional codes. A decoding delay is more in case of block codes, and it's very less in case of convolutional codes. Okay. Now we'll discuss how to find a next state table and output table. These are the two prerequisites. One should know how to write the next state table and output table for a given G1 and G2, so that you can write a trellis diagram. And most of the time we used to skip. When I was a student, till today I am remembering, I used to skip this particular trellis diagram last chapter. And even when I was in MTech, there also I wanted to skip, but there I took additional pain to understand myself. So this is a little complex but very easy to understand. That's the reason yesterday only I shared a lot of videos, links to your representatives. Hope they might have shared in the WhatsApp group. Even if they are not yet done, they will do it today. Please go through one so that you feel comfortable in the class. Within a less time, you will understand complete. Now, we will talk about the output table and next state table for a given G1 and G2. Now, let us consider we have M1, M2, M3. Instead of that, we are going to use it as an input, and this is to represent the state S1 and S2. So, for a G1 and G2, G1 equal to 111, G2 equal to 101. We are going to discuss now output table, next state table. And remember, instead of M1, M2, M3, now onwards I am going to use as an input. This is a state S1, S2. These two represent the states. This is an input I am giving. Let me go to the next. What I do, I assume beginning these two are 0. Input I can give 0 or 1. What will be the next state? State represents only these two bits. That you have to tell in the chat box. Let me start, which is very easy to understand. Now, let us consider S1, S2 are 0, 0. Input I have given 0. Now, it is a shift register, right shift. What will be the next state? Now, this is 0. Let me show you the input 0. Now I'll give a clock pulse. What will be the content of S1, S2? That will be the next state. What is the S1 and S2 after the clock pulse? Can you type? Karthik has typed, Simran, Abhishek, very good, Rohan, Amruta, Priya Patil, Shivani, all are typing 00 because 0 input is a, that will come right side. It becomes a S1, S1 becomes S2, hence it becomes a 00. Hence I am getting a input is 0. That's why the next state is 00. Hope all of you are observing this. I'll give input here. What the next state I am writing here. Observe carefully. Now what I do, I give input as a 1. What is the next state? Can you type in the chat box? Very good, Karthik. It's a 10. Rohan, Abhay, Simran, Pragati. 10. It will become Ajna, Shripad, Nayak. I want all of you to type so that I will understand that you are following. Shahasan, Amrita. All are typing 10. How it will become 10, sir? It's very simple. Those who are still doubt. This will come. This 1 will come here. This 0 will come here. This 0 will go out. So it is shift, right shift. Simply this will become a state. This will become a state. That's all. Use your common sense. Now, the next state will become 10. Let us assume I have a 01 as a present state. I am giving a 0. What is the next state? Can you type? Very good, Rohan, Amrita, Sharon, Shruti, 00. Correct answer. Arjun is also typing 00. Spurti 00. Nivedita, Vishwa. Try to type answers so that I'll get an idea that you are understanding. Because I cannot see your faces. Prithviraj, help me so that I can help you. All are typing 00. Reason why 00? Because this 0 will come here, this 0 will come here, 1 will go. Therefore, the next state is nothing but these 2 bits. Using your common sense, you can say. Now, the next, what I got is, let me show that. Okay. If the input is 1, present state is 01, what is the next state? Very good. Different names are coming. 10, Jahnavi, Bharat. I want each one of you to type fast. Simonton. Today is active. So nice. Vishwa, 10. Devidas is getting 10 Newton. Okay. All of you can be active. Type it fast. 55 students are there. That will be your attendance. If you type, that will be your attendance. Okay. Even the, let me take another. It is a 10. Vinay. Correct. Shahasan. Newton Vadgeri. Let me take a state is 10 now. Praveen. Now the input what I am giving is 0. What is the next state? Chaitra has typed. Abhay, Karthik. So simple to understand. Only shift register. Simran 01. Rohan, yes, 01. All are typing the same answer. Rohit, Savalgi has typed. Deviraj, Amrita H, Prajakta, Beam Spooty. All are typing a 01. Ajna has typed a 01. The answer is 01, correct. So let me take another. I want input is 1. S1, S2 is 10. What is the output now? Simran has typed 11, Jai Surya, Abhishek. All are typing a 11 as an answer. Aswasani, Amrita, Abhay Bhatt, Karthik, Rohan, Newton Vadgeri, Vijay Lakshmi, and Shahasan. All are typing a 11. Yeah, answer is correct. Rohit, Shahasan, it's a 11. Take a last. We have a Vinay, Spurti. 11 is a present input state. Input I am giving a 0. What might be the next state? Okay, 01. Prajakta, Simran, Chaitra, Amrita is typing. All Ajna, Priya, Siddharth, Karthik. All are typing a 01 is the answer. Yeah, correct. It's a 01 is a Devidas Naik, Praveen Patil, Arjun Ambekar. All are typing 01. Shivani Kulkarni. All are correct. A 01 is a next state what I'm going to get. So let me take a last. If input is a 1, present, Shripad has typed. Nivedita has typed answer. Aditya. The next state will be the 1-1. Aditya, Hiremat, Abhishek, Simran, Suhasini, Nivedita, Janvi, Adya, Rohan, all have typed. The answer is 1-1. Now, what all you have typed is correct. And take a minute. You can copy down if you want. Just take a 1 minute. Copy down the next state table and try to understand. If you feel difficulty, you can type your question in the chat box. I'll try to answer for that. Similarly, we are going to discuss the output state. Output table we are going to discuss. And once if you understand a next state table, output table, these two, then nothing is there in the trolley diagram, nothing is there in the VTAP decoder, nothing is there in the tree diagram. Everything becomes so easy for you people. The basic for all those things is a next state table and output table. If a person understands these two, a next state table and output table, it will be very easy to write down those things. Okay, let me go to the next. Yeah, output table you are supposed to tell the way how we have discussed. This is an input or M1, this is a M2, M3. Initially I am taking 0, 0. All of us know G1 is 1, 1, 1, G2 is 1, 0, 1. For our discussion we have kept this fixed. We can change also. Based on that you can do the problem also. Now initially M2 is 0, M3 is 0. Input I may give 0 or 1. Based on that you are supposed to tell. Output will become 0 or 1. So now input is 0, M2 is 0, M3 is 0. What is the V1 and V2? Output. How to find out? V1 equal to add all, V2 equal to add first and last. Very good. All of you are typing the answer 0, 0. Now let me take if the input is 1, what is the output V1 and V2? How to find out? Add all the three. Add first and last. Add all the three. Add first and last. Amrita, Devidas, Karthik, Vinay are typing. I want each student to type the answer. Rohan, Pragati, Chaitra, Priya, Janvi, Gaura, Haveri. All are typing the answer. It is a 1, 1. Let me take a next. If the input is a present is a M2, M3 is 0, 1 and input is a 0, what is the output? Add all the three. Very good. It's a 1, 1 only again. Okay. Okay. All are typing 1, 1. Okay. If an input is a 1, M1, M2 is a 0, 1. What is the V1 and V2? Okay. 1, 1 or something different. Let me wait for some time. Nivedita is typing 1. Add all the three. Add first and last. Add all the three, add first and last to get a V1 and V2. Okay, Vijay Lakshmi, Rohi, Sripad, all are typing 0, 0. Gaurya, Adya, Shruti, Jaisurya, Shivani, Shilpa, Arjun. Because first and last is 1, 1. Even if you add all the three, add first and last, answer will be 0, 0. Let me take a 1, 0 is a M2, M3. Input is 0. What is the output I am going to get? Add all the three. Add first and last. Good. All have typed 1, 0, 1, 0. Abhay, Charan, Pragati, Vinay, Preeti, Suhasini, Rohan, Mallikarjun. All have typed the answer 1, 0. Now make a small change. If the input is a 1, add all the 3, add first and last. Add all the 3, add first and last. What you will get answer? 0, 1. Okay, many students they are typed at a time. Answer is correct, 0, 1. And last row we have. Consider M2, M3 is 1, 1. We are, this is a present, what I am taking. This is a present, what I am taking 1, 1. And input is 0. Okay, many have started typing. 0, 1, 1, add all the 3, add first and last. Answer is 0, 1. Many have typed before I asked only. Last is 1, 1, 1. Add all the 3. Add first and last. Tell the answer. It's the last entry in the output table. When you add all the 3, what is the answer you will get? And when you add first and last, what is the answer? That will be your V1 and V2. That is the output. Hope all of you have got the answer, but nobody has typed the answer, or all of you typed the answer. Okay, 0, 1. 1, 0. When I add all the 3, now any doubts you can ask. We'll try to conclude today's class. I'll be here for another 3-4 minutes. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, and you can leave the meeting if you want now. Thank you. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.